Come at the king, you best not miss.
Shout out to my day ones and my stay ones definitely in the building rocking out with us. Who's down here? Let me see. Make sure the audio's on. You know what was going on the other day. Miss Brenda down there in the building getting down with us. Shout out to Ruth in the booth. Miss Tiara in here chilling with. Listen, people. Today is one of those shows where, I mean, I enjoy all of our shows, not gonna lie, but I enjoy all of our shows. But you know, the shows are really dope when some of the things that we've been talking about, when we can say, see, because I don't know, it really does. It trips men out because some of these things, and you can see I'm flabbergasted up here. A lot of the things that, this is real good information we give you guys up here. For real. It's not even just this. You can go to the late, great Kevin Samuels platform. We tell you a lot of things and we go out of our way to learn how to break these things down in simplicity so you can almost get a visual of what we're talking about. Because a lot of times when we're just saying certain things, well, you guys saw it yesterday. We'll have some of the women like, oh, he fear mongering it. No, fool, we can see the future. And do you guys want to know why men can see the future more than women can? It's because we were never given the luxury of ignoring reality. We got hurt. When men ignore reality, we get hurt. Like, seriously, we get hurt. Bad things happen when men try to pretend that they have an edge when they get pulled over by the police or something like that. Bad things happen, right? You know what? I'm going to do something. That's bogus that they did me like that. So let's do this. Make vertical story flyer out of this. I think, and men talk about it. Men do talk about it. We've always said that the fact that men, think about it, ladies, listen, let's be honest. You guys know the perks that you get. You get out of speeding tickets. And I'm not saying you're not qualified and you're not intelligent is why you don't. You guys know sexuality has been used to get people in higher positions. That's just historical. That's historical, right? I'm not saying you. I'm saying we know that women have their way with doing the world like this. Like Plato. They kind of get to make their way in instances. They kind of get to make their way and they kind of get to determine certain outcomes. Just like, do you know what it takes for a man to make $1 million? And I'm not saying all of you, but well, a woman can get on OnlyFans and make $1 million. There aren't really any shortcuts for men to make $1 million. There's not really many shortcuts. But here's the bad part about that. It keeps you from exercising your humanity, which is what really gets us through things. It seems like a shortcut or a cheat code, but it's not. It forces women to neglect and even lose the aspects of us all, the aspects of humanity in us all that we usually have to use to navigate our way through society. Like having meetings, right? Having certain meetings and really having to do so. It affects women like that. You know how they say, if you don't use it, you'll lose it? That's real. And a lot of women, give me a second, people. Let's do it like this. Let's go. Let's go, TikTok. Let's go. Get Instagram over here rocking out with us. But listen, a lot of times you guys flex your persuasion so much it causes you. Just think about it. Think about some of the things that you have up in the attic that you have not used in years because you've been using something else. The thing up in the attic is still good, but you just haven't used it in years. It becomes useless. And that's how it is with women communicating. And of course, I'm not saying all women. There are some, and we know today a lot of women. And I want to say this. I want to say this too. Shout out to my brother Ether over here dropping the $20 cash app on us. I want to say this. Do you ladies know how proud we wish we could be? See, because I've met some very intelligent women. I'm talking about really, really smart. Work in STEM technology, and when you're around these type of women, you're like, it's almost like, well, I'll be honest. I'll go ahead and say it. When you're around women who really are high level intelligent, it feels the same as being around men who are high level intelligent. You respect them. You're like, okay, she's above. But here's the issue. Here's why we don't get to appreciate you guys. You guys lead with it. You lead with it. You guys got to learn how to let men be proud of you. Like the nastiness and all of that. The nastiness and the promiscuousness and all of that is overshadowing a lot of the cool accomplishments that you guys have achieved. It really is. Then you say, I'm educated. Listen, and I'm talking about, I'm going to be honest. I don't give a damn. Let's go. Turbulence, people. We don't care about most of your degrees because most of you didn't get degrees that excel in certain fields. You just got degrees that typically make $50,000 a year. Now, when I say degrees, I'm talking about a woman who we can say, no, listen, no, she heads that whole department. Like that's phenomenal. I mean, you just almost got to give praise to anybody who pulls something like that off, right? But you guys are overshadowing the achievements and our ability to be proud of you with your nastiness, right? And before you know it, you've been moving like this for so long to where you've forgotten how to act decent. And now people don't even give you the clout that you really deserve. I'm going to say this. I've been around some very, very, very intelligent women who are leading teams, and you look at them like, okay, I see you. Guess why? Because she still knows how to be a lady. It's not going to happen often. Most women who are leading teams and things like that, they'll bring it home with them. All of the, masculinity. I believe this. I believe that a woman has to either be a woman or she has to either be something else. That's what I believe. Look at the large percentage of women who men don't find attractive. Think about it. And we're talking about women who have degrees and things. I want to show you guys today what this does to women. And it's very unfortunate. Because do you know how dope you would be? And listen, let's get this straight too, so nobody tries to. Before modern women, there were successful women, electronic engineers and this and that, and they still maintained their femininity. There's some of your best friends' moms. Something happened to you guys. A lot of us can't explain it, but something happened to you to the point to where that's the word. You guys got so arrogant to where it started to show on you. I'm telling you ladies right now, men don't care about your degrees. I can prove it. We were married at higher rates when you guys didn't have degrees. Since we can all remember, men have been marrying women who were their waitresses in diners when the men were millionaires. I'm telling you, your degrees mean nothing to us. They mean absolutely nothing. What we do respect is heightened levels of intelligence. Like when you know your woman got that position, that means a little something. That means a little something. Because you can sit back and be like, my babe, that's extra. But what I want you guys to know is it destroyed most of you. It caused a lot of you to get so big-headed. You left marriages. And that's what's cool about today's show. We're going to get to show you guys. We've said it and we've put it out there, articulated it very well, what we see the end of that picture looking like for you. But I don't know. We don't know. We don't know if you guys, most of us think, no, maybe she didn't receive what I said. Maybe she got smart and things like that. Maybe she rolled her eyes when I said it. But she knows how her life is going to turn out if she's still acting promiscuous, if she's still going out to the clubs. We're starting to think you don't. And it's very unfortunate because the later years of your life, I'm telling you, and a lot of you guys know this, you can get on Facebook dating right now and there's 70 and 80-year-old women on there. You guys know it. I've talked to some of them. For real. Nobody anticipates when I get sick. Nobody anticipates that. But I want to dive on into the show and listen, we can go ahead and get to the point of what we're talking about because we've talked about it quite often, right? We've talked about it quite often, but we wanted to believe that women were just, but you know how some people are just argumentative, right? Some people are just argumentative, but they really do kind of understand what you were talking about, right? Let me see something. Let's go.
Here's the thing about doing.
We're going to do this. Load that one up and load this one up. Let's go.
Right now, married women are being told the single life is waiting for them. Leave him. You deserve better. The grass is greener. But Tia Mowry tried that, and she documented every painful step of it publicly. What she showed us wasn't freedom. It was a warning. And if you're thinking about leaving...
How many of you guys have been keeping up with Tia Mowry? Like, again, today's show is going to be one of the ones I appreciate more because we say, we articulate very well and use our vocabularies, extended vocabularies to try to paint this picture to you guys. But we see down in those comments on TikTok and things like that, when, he fear-mongering and things like that. No, you really don't see the end that we're telling you you have a high likelihood of experiencing by leaving this good man. They say we typically only experience our person once, maybe twice. That's what they say. Look how many of you guys have friend-zoned him. Look how many of you guys have left an amazing man. What do you think happens after that? You get a better one.
A good man, you need to watch this first.
I want women to know, yes, this journey is hard.
The biggest thing that I need to release is fear of the unknown. Divorce is about starting over, and you have to learn how to live again. The first thing that
She said you have to learn how to live again. No, you don't. You could have stayed within that life that you were already living for years. We're good at it. Had excellent practice at it. What is going on in you guys' heads? And I'm going to say this. A lot of you ladies are being bamboozled because you guys are having homes to go to after you blow up a marriage, right? Or a successful relationship. What's her name? Shira 7, Cynthia G. That's why there's no woman in her right mind who would listen to these women and say, That makes sense. Her philosophy sounds like everything my granny and my great-grandmother told me and raised me how to be a lady. No, nobody's doing that. I want my cake and eat it too. That's all it is. I was talking to my oldest son today. I'm sorry, my youngest son. And they know about my previous life. They know about my previous life years ago. And I was telling him, I said, man, you know, when you stop and think about it, one might think that we were crazy because how we were getting down, we saw people who were kicking it with us, connected to us, doing what we were doing, getting 50 and 70 and 103 years in prison for this thing. And because I'll just be honest with you guys. When I was in the street, I had a reputation for being very, 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 very cautious, right? I was more successful at being cautious than I was at getting money, right? I didn't play. You know why? Because the repercussions of that thing was horrific. We don't know how you guys don't see what it's like to be carrying a 24-pack of Nestle water or Crystal Guys or whatever into the house when you're 70 years old. Lord forbid, up a flight of stairs. When the doctor comes tell you he found a lump in your breast. And at the later years of your life, you're alone. We will never understand it. I'm telling you now. Outside of just saying they're crazy, we will never understand it. Life has to be prepared for. Life has to be prepared for. Life don't just come together, or nursing homes would be out of business. You know how many people are filing lawsuits against these nursing homes for abuse? Filing lawsuits against nursing homes because no one's really moving me and I got this huge bed sore that's eating out half of my hip. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to explain up here. It's like, because even now up here, I'm like bamboozled, like, no, they really don't get it. You really have to prepare a comfortable life for the later years of your life in order for the later years of your life to be comfortable. There is a such thing as having a rough life in the later years of your life. And you guys are playing with it like it's nothing.
I did was get on the dating apps, and it was a waste of time. I haven't experienced dating at all.
If you are a married woman who has been thinking about leaving, or you have a friend who keeps telling you to go, this video is directly for you. Because right now, there is a growing number of women being coached by other women to walk away from their marriages. And
they're being coached by other women who have not had successful relationships. I don't think when Elon Musk sent that last rocket off into outer space, I don't think he also I don't think he also sent a school janitor with them. It's what you guys are doing. You guys are learning from people who anybody could see. Why would I listen to her? She seems angry. She seems miserable. She's single. Men talk bad about her. This is who these women are using as, listen, you guys know what blanket babies are? You guys know what blanket babies are? Blanket babies are, you know, I had one. I had a blanket baby. My son had a blanket from the time he was born until probably around 7. we had to have that blanket around at all times or he'd cry and just things wouldn't go well. It was his pacifier, right? A lot of women are using these channels that help you become a worse person as their pacifiers. Because listen, if you look at Tia Mowry, she's not doing well dating. She's testing things out, and then she'll come back to the internet and she'll use the internet as a place to exhale and get things off and get her bad experiences off of her chest. But let's go.
A lot of those women doing the coaching, they're still out there, still searching, still struggling. Tia Mowry is one of them, and she played it out in front of us all.
You actually see this as
a celebration.
A celebration.
I really do. I look at it as one of my friends, she sent this beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce. And it's all about, you know, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. You know, my marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating, and I was able.
Do you guys see how she had to make this thing up in her head in order to justify it? She had to start calling it something. She had to start calling it a graduation, because there's no other way to make it make any type of sense unless you take a crazy scenario and attach the reality to that crazy scenario. A graduation. And you know, something else that always strikes us odd is most of the women we're talking about, they'll tell you that they're Christians, and a lot of them do go to church every Sunday. But majority of their behavior is to hell with what God said. God didn't say you graduate from no marriage. Right? This is female. They make things up. And these things aren't small. These things aren't relatively small when they make. These are huge things that can affect a person's life. What has to be going on for you to go to Shera Seven's page and really be trying to listen to her for dating advice? Really trying to listen to Cynthia G? How come you guys don't hear that Yada Awakening is lying to you guys? You don't know anyone who has $300,000, let alone he talking about, and you guys saw the show that I did with Yada Awakening, where I saw a show, and a lot of you saw it too. I saw the clips that were circulating where, you know, he likes to pay dowries. He likes to talk about dowries. For those of you who don't know what dowries is, in other countries, you know, it's a token that you give to your wife. Or some people give this amount. Some people, I give my wife, for every child she has, I give her $50,000. I give her $300,000. You guys should be able to say, well, I don't know anyone. I've never met anyone who has $300,000 cash. So when he says men are supposed to do this for you guys, you're supposed to say, hold on now, that doesn't sound realistic. You don't. They say it, king. There's something inside of a woman that if she does not have a man to assist her in governing that emotional beast inside of her, she will destroy her own life. I always tell women, you know, of course we know about this thing where women are talking about the man who got the bag and da-da-da-da-da. You know what, they got the term gold diggers. You know what you should really be digging after? They should have a term called leadership digger. Girl. See, because I don't mess with nothing but men who got leadership skills. That's what you should be talking about, because they can save you from yourselves. Look at what you guys do. And I'm not making fun of you or any of that. I'm trying to point it out. I'm telling you that and listen, there's even some women too, we see where your life is going to end. We can write it down. We see ahead. We see past the, it's in my stomach, daddy. You in my guts. Oh God. My toes went numb. We see past all of that. We see what's real. We say this. Okay, she's got she has a reputation and she has 2 children, but 3. Let's notch it down. She got 2 children by 2 or 3 different men. She's average looking, and she sleeps around, right? We know you're not going to have a good man. You're going to have a man who you guys call Ray Ray and Bookies. And we are on shows like this. We're telling you guys. And we even use examples of people for you to look at. But there is something about today's modern woman. I don't know what she's thinking. We want to say she's thinking, yeah, but that won't happen to me. How is your outcome going to be any different from all of these other older, angry women you see online? Why do you think they're angry? Let me ask you this. Do you think all of those women would be angry if they were laid over there on that couch right now with their head laid in their man's lap while he's running his index and his thumb up and down her spine, right? Just massaging it, right? And then periodically, while they're watching TV, periodically, you think these women would really be angry if that's what their reality was? They're angry because that's the opposite of their reality. I'll just tell you guys this. If I was a woman, I would put you guys to shame. I bet you I would have me somebody. He could be the manager at In-N-Out Burger. As long as I'm as intelligent and educated as you guys say you are, you should be able to be the other half of what he's not, financially. But we know the truth is, you're really out there playing in them streets. Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang. Tia Mowry destroyed a family. A real family for no reason. Let's go.
To create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration.
By the time this video is over, you will have a clear picture of what leaving a good man actually looks like on the other side. The loneliness, the missteps, the reality of actually having to start over. Women are leaving good men every single day based on feelings that have an expiration date, and nobody is showing them.
We can't imagine it. Men can't imagine that. The value that we place on a family, listen, I'll be honest with you. Some of us have gotten weak and cheated a couple of times, but to be the executioner who actually pulls the lever on that family, no, men aren't doing it. That's why the study suggested 80% of the time that a divorce is filed or a relationship is dissolved. Who does it? Guess who? Because men are investors. It's how we build the world. We're investors. Do you guys know how hard construction work is? Building skyscrapers and things like that? Men can have their hearts broken. Find out that the love of their life cheated on them. Can't eat. Calling their mom at the age of 45. I don't know where my life is going to be for here. But he's still showing up to work the next day. We know how to stick to the things that is important. Why do you guys think you don't hear an overwhelming plethora of men out there crying about women ain't shit? Where the good women at? We don't, because men will always be able to score. Men can get married and still be marriage material in their 60s. Unfortunately, it's not the same for women. Are there some women who have gotten married? Yes. But let's talk about, is it the normal? No, it's not. And we don't know what it is that is inside of a woman. We don't know what it is that will cause you to throw away something you have invested 15 or 20 years of your life in. That's life. 15 or 20 years is life. It is a life. And you can wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm about to mess this up.
What comes next? Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrick were together for 22 years. No cheating, no abuse.
Never cheated. Period. So there you go. You wanted your answer, so there you go. All right, so get back to your business. So there you go. You got your answer. You got your answer, right? All right, cool. I ain't said that for 8 months, but I just answered you right there. So there it is. So that wasn't it. So you got something else to say? You got something else?
Man didn't cheat, wasn't abusive, kissed her ass. So what that lets us know is with today's modern women, even kissing their ass ain't good enough. So ladies, I am asking you, what more do you want? What are you chasing? I know the answer, but I'm trying to speak rhetorically to you to help you see, why do you guys think I stand so firm on, listen, if that man cheats a couple times, you better not leave him? There's a scripture in the Bible where some of Jesus's followers were starting to abandon him and leave him. You know what I mean? Certain people saying he's spreading, right? And people starting to second guess him. And I forget who it was. Was it Peter? It was one of the disciples. Jesus looked at him and he said, "Wilt thou leave too?" The disciple said, "Leave you? Where will I go if I leave you? It is you who have the answers to life." Like, are you crazy? What the hell you mean leave? Where I'm going when I leave you? Listen, ladies, the whole time you've been in this relationship, you've been getting older. You've been getting older. If your husband's about anything, he's been beating that poontang up. So it's not really new down there, right? I'm just saying. Maybe put on some weight, right? But the key factor is you're older. Show me. Now I want to ask you this. Give me a thumbs up, everybody, if we can agree that very successful men, celebrities, notable figures, things like that, have their pick of women. Give me a thumbs up if NBA players and very notable figures have their pick of women. Give me a thumbs up if you believe that. Shout out to Yoli down. Okay. So if it is true that these caliber of men, and not even just them, I'm talking about men, confident, handsome men, they have their pick of women. Now, if that is true, show me a Michael B. Jordan or any very well-known handsome man, doesn't even have to be rich, confident man, one of the men, like, what do you guys call him, Shakur? He played on the hospital, Shadur, light-skinned brother. Give me an example of any of the men who have their pick of woman who is single and who has gotten into a relationship with a 50-year-old woman, 60-year-old woman. That's not what when men are given a choice, that's not what they're doing. So you guys are leaving successful relationships to become something that men don't pick when they have a choice. And therefore, that only leaves you to be dealing with men who are messing with you because they can't do any better. And then when you get those guys, you complain about them, and rightfully so, because they are the caliber of man who couldn't do any better. What do you guys think is at the end of this? Is busting nuts really worth sabotaging the later years of your life? And I know some of them might say, well, I got my own money and da-da-da. The Bible itself. And men are prepared. Men have, what's it called? I can't say that. Stockpiles of these. Barrels of food, water. The Bible itself says, and in that time, you shall tread over money over your foot. Money is going to be the equivalent of being thrown on the ground and walking. It's going to, we all know the American dollar is going to collapse. Why do you guys think some of these wars have been started? Right? They raided Libya because he was already in talks with the other powerful nations about using what they legitimately have, real gold, to trade. Anybody who tries to enter a raw mineral in as a tradable commodity, the United States is going to war with them. You know why? Because United States money is fake. And if we go to a tangible trading good that its value can be measured, it will destroy the American dollar. Everybody knows this. Now, for those of you, do you guys know that some of the greatest minds in America have already said, talking about retirement and what's the other one? Dang, I forget the name of the, talking about your retirement checks and things like that, all of the 401ks. Say, where's America going to get the money to pay these people? Some of the greatest minds in America have already said America doesn't have the money to pay these people what they're supposed to give them at the end of their retirement. There's going to come a time where everybody's going to have to know. And was that COVID? Was that COVID when everybody was trying to go get their money out of banks and banks said, I have it? I think you guys are putting your faith into something that is not more valuable than a man. Because when money collapses, what's going to protect you then from anarchy in the streets? What's going to protect you when America really gets bad in some months? Maybe years. I want you guys to do this too. I told you guys, I want you guys, don't listen to me. I want you guys, when you get off of here tonight, go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, according to the elements that are usually required to create anarchy, widespread panic, and civil unrest, how many of those elements, say this, according to the controversy surrounding our president. I said this. I said, according to the controversy surrounding racial tension, like Chud the Builder, how many of the elements that usually put civil unrest into play are intact right now? ChatGPT said, Stacy, your question is not as far-fetched as you believe. And it went on a whole long tangent talking about, however, there are two elements that are missing. I would hate to believe that you ladies really have put your trust in your money instead of who God told you to put your trust in. Hottest show online, people. People, when I say that, I mean it. I've always been shocked that people aren't here all of these other podcasts aren't having the conversations that we have on this show. How the hell aren't you talking about at great scale life in your 60s, 70s? Do you know you can live a very rough, uncomfortable, and kind of painful life in the later years of your life if you haven't prepared, if Murphy's Law says if it can go wrong, it will. You guys are living on an if and a hope. Hope this don't happen. If things don't happen, I'll be straight. But those things are going to happen, people. The Bible says it. We've seen so many of these things come to fruition. Yet you guys, wake up. I think I don't want to be in this 20-year marriage anymore with my family. You're not even supposed to make the decision of what car to buy on a whim like that. Even what type of car you're going to buy demands and requires more precision than that, more thought than that. And you guys are waking up doing that to entire families that will affect your children.
Say, all right, then. There it
I
is.
want to play this one more
She
time.
told
All right, so get back to cheating.
22 years. No scandal, no cheating, no abuse.
Never cheated. Period. So there you go. You wanted your answer, so there you go. All right, so get back to your business. So there you go. You got your answer. You got your answer, right? All right, cool. I ain't said that. I ain't said that for 8
Listen,
months.
hey,
but I just
I'm going to
answered
pause the
right
show.
here. So
I'm
there
literally
it
going to
is.
pause the
So
show
that's
right now. I'm going to pause the show, and I'm about to interact with the women. Ladies, I'm pleading with you right now. I'm asking some of you to please accommodate me and type in the comments, because men we don't know everything. We're not know-it-all. We don't know everything, right? So I'm asking you, what satisfies you? What will satisfy you? And that's not rhetorical. I want someone to answer me. Because as we can see, right, we're like, what are they after? NBA players finding out children they've raised for 25 years are not theirs. What is enough? What are you chasing? God? What is the goal? What is enough? What causes a woman to say, okay, I'm satisfied right here with this right here? What? Somebody name it. Somebody tell me. Counselor State said, me, I'm content with a roof over my head. I don't drive a car. I'm content with my scooter. Jules said real connection. That's pretty vague. I mean, because you can make connection. Yeah. The Bible says, if first there be a willing heart. Now, he's talking about his surrender, a person's surrender. If first there be a willing heart. How many of you are willing to become, now this is off, but I still want the answer from the women. How many of you are willing to become what a man would treat good? I ain't talking about going to the gym every day, shit, because I ain't signed up for all this. How many of you are willing to become what a man would treat good? Think about what men require from women and what women require from men. It's two totally polar opposites. We are so simple. I think it's because we're more realistic and down to earth. Hey, you got a VJJ attached to you? Shit, let's go to the marriage chapel. Hey, you pretty? Don't even have to have that. You have a VJJ and you're a feminine woman, a man will see you through to the end of life. The reason I throw the VJJ in there is because sex, it's important. It's how we express how we feel about one another. It's important, right? But look what women require. We all know this is like one of those Santa Claus, old Saint Nick lists, right? This man got to be 6 foot. I think there's 10% of men in America who are 6 foot. So what about you puts you in the runner-up for one of those 10% men? Listen, not only that, you guys keep on adding minuses to yourselves. He need to make $100,000 a year. He need to have a nice size thing. He can't cheat. You people are crazy. What you're asking for is so unrealistic that we don't often hear about people getting it. I want you guys to look at the beautiful women, even movie stars. Most of them have not been able to attain what you guys are chasing. And yet, it's a prerequisite for you. You guys, listen, some of you are old enough to remember what I'm talking about. What did they used to call them? Dreamboats and hunks. You remember that women used to refer to men as dreamboat and hunks? They would see somebody like Tom Cruise or something like that. He was considered a dreamboat or a hunk. See, in those days, a dreamboat or a hunk was a drawing that a woman would concoct in her head of the absolute perfect man for her. And he would be equipped with all of the essentials that are unrealistic. They were able to live with this stuff in their head and things like that when I was coming up. But we never really seen anybody achieve it. Even those women who did grow up and get to marry the men that you guys saw on movies and things like that, there were rumors of infidelities in their relationships. You guys would rather leave your man for cheating once or twice. Not a perpetual cheater. I don't condone that. I don't even condone a man cheating once or twice. But I'm saying we all should behave and be able to talk like adults. It is so essential that women be connected to a decent man so that when her vision stops, his keeps on going for a few more miles. That's the comparison. Men have several more chess moves at the point in which a woman's stops. We can see very far ahead. God gave us that vision. It's how we survive. It's tough for men. Men get hurt out here in the world. We get hurt. If we don't make the right and calculated moves, bad things happen to us. So God gave us some tools to help us prevent those bad things from happening to us. And he gave you tools too, according to your makeup. Being feminine and being able to dump a lot of your nurturing onto the entire family, not just the kids, the entire family. It's how you get your way. It's how you sway men to be willing to give their lives for you. And in the process of a man being willing to give his life for you, you have acquired a protector just by your feminine prowess that God gave you. But women have shed off the tools that they were given. Modern women basically did this. The position that God gave them for this business, God, I really appreciate you offering that to me, but no thanks. And they said, we want to be equal to men. Not only that, we want to be above men. Not only that, we want to be masculine. We want to be shot callers. You can't be all of those things and also be a wife. It's what I'm telling you. You guys have destroyed yourselves in the context of being wives. It's not real. But here's what makes them temporary, gives them the ability to have a hallucination that it's worth it. Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang. Let's talk. What Bernie Mac used to say, let me talk to you, America. I know some of the things that I've done to women. Men talk, right? And you know when you have put it down. You know when you've gotten up out the bed and that woman is just laying there like, lips doing like that, gasping for air a little bit. You know when you have put it down. When that thing won't go any further. When she's talking about, it's in my stomach, daddy. A heightened level of excitement that high, you're not supposed to be experiencing from multiple men. It breaks you. Some of you ladies, I want you to imagine, only one, you only get one man, not all of the men who have done this to you. I want you to imagine right now the time that so-and-so blew your back out. I'm talking about he punched that button down there where it won't even go any further. And he was kissing you correctly. And he was rubbing the side of your rib cage while he's throwing. This guy knows what he's doing. What he did to your psychology, the way he manipulated your body is so powerful that he was also able, well, in instances, maybe not you, but in instances, after that man is done, he's able to get this woman to put a car in her name. That's how high the level of emotions were in what he did to her. Now, my question to you is this. What do you think happens when a woman gets her soul pierced to that degree by 10 or 15 different men? No, I'm not talking about those are the only number that she had SEX with. She's had SEX with 25, 30 men, but 10 or so really pierced her soul. What do you think happens when that woman decides to get married and settle down to Gary? Gary simply won't do. He's inadequate. He's an amazing man. It makes you unsuitable for a good man because you have had that thing blown back. Bang, 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 daddy, bang. You guys are out there doing all of this degree of damage to yourself, trying to chase the nut that the guy 5 men ago gave you. It was amazing. And in between trying to chase that nut, that orgasm, you had to go through 3 men who wasn't hitting on SHIT. That was a waste of even pulling my panties off. He busted before he even got in there good. And his SEX wasn't good. Body count steadily going up higher and higher. You guys are out there tearing yourselves to pieces. And then you don't know why men are like, I'm good on that. When you try to come to them with something serious, it's because of what was done to you. And then I'm going to say this. You know what? I see this often, and I've never said this out loud. I don't mean any disrespect at all. I don't. This is not a shot. But look at Melissa Ford now. Look at Melissa Ford now. If Melissa Ford doesn't make some type of move really, really soon, she's probably already hit her DRA. For those of you who don't know, the DRA is your dating retirement age. The age at which the dating highway no longer is willing to accept your resume. And therefore, when you do jump out there on the dating highway,
goodbye.
Your resume gets rejected because you've gotten too old. Your body's been used by several men. Your body's only supposed to be used to that degree by the person who has pledged his life for you. Because when everybody else gets to use your body like that, your body and you become less valuable to the next man. And some of you may say, well, nigga don't know who I done slept with. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have a gist about how many people you've been with. Let's go.
So you got something else to say? You got something else to say? All right, then. There it is.
She told the world she left because of an awakening, a feeling that it was time to focus on her own happiness. That's it. That was the reason. Now,
Listen, I want to see if we're all on the same page. We should have done that first. Ladies in the comments, on a scale of 1 to 10, how valuable is a life partner? Somebody to see you through the end of your days, the later years of your life. How valuable do you think it is to have somebody in that room with you when they say they found a lump in your breast? How valuable do you think it is to have somebody when they diagnose you with diabetes? How valuable is a life partner? I want to know on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, 9.5, 10. Okay, so I'm in agreement. So my question becomes, what kind of leverage do you guys have to have something that on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 9.5 or a 10 valuable, and to be doing it like this? Out the highway. You're on the highway. And this thing that is so valuable, it's not a big deal to you to just throw it out the window. What kind of leverage do you have where you can afford to do that? What kind of leverage do you have to where you guys can be getting rid of life partners like that? Because to men, we pretty much know where your life is headed after you get rid of that man. We pretty much know, and you do too.
Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We really don't know what to say. We know the actuality and having a smorgasbord, a buffet of fine men at your disposal. And even if they're not fine, masculine men at your disposal, I know it makes a woman feel good to be around a man's man. I understand that. And I've always sympathized with women like that. I'm going to seemingly side with women really quick. I do understand, you know how they say the bad boy always gets the women and that. I will admit, I do see the logic in women being attracted to a more assertive man and da-da-da-da. The typical corporate man and things of that nature, he's not going to be the degree of masculine that a lot of women desire today. They really want, got a roughneck, got to get a roughneck. They're serious. And it's so important to them, they're willing to overlook the candidate who appears to be the more likely candidate to be better for their lives in order for this temporary exciting guy. Because that's what he is. He's a temporary exciting guy. You know how we know? Because there's women who are more attractive than you who desire him too. There's women down in the comments, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything. There's women down in the comments that say sometimes, Prince, then how come you're not in a relationship? I'm just being honest because I have my pick. I can play around as long as I want to. Most men can. Lord forbid he's 6 foot anything. Lord forbid he got his money right. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that I'm playing around, but I do have more time than a woman to select my life partner. I have a variety of options to select from. Women don't. As women get older, a lot of the components and elements that women have that men find attractive about women, they start to break. They start to not be there anymore. The boobs start to not be as perky. Not trying to be funny, but you start to seem less and less like you can be something that I can acknowledge belongs to me because I know you've belonged to multitudes of men prior to me. It doesn't get better for women the older they get. That's why you need to already have your person in play. It gets bad as women get older, especially in America. There's already 3 million more women in America than there are men. There's not enough already. We don't know. We don't know what to think. Said men can date 15 younger. Date young or older than that. Men can date women who are 20 years younger than them. Easily. That's the easy part. They can start going 25. See, because what women, it's called age gap dating. Younger women find older men attractive. Look it up. It's called age gap. I mean, you don't even have to look it up. It's everywhere. You see it. It's all over social media. Because they know older men, it's not even necessarily about gold digging. It's about being in awe and admiration of all that this man has been able to turn himself into and all that he's been able to achieve. That's why I tell men, be light on that term gold digging, because a lot of times it's not gold digging. A lot of time a woman is overly impressed with what a man was able to do to his life, what a man was able to do with his life. She knows most people desire to be a certain caliber of man and often don't get to achieve it. But he was able to achieve it. That's very attractive. Let alone men still retain their handsome and attractive features as they get older. I'm not saying that to one up the women and how we can do this and you can't. I'm saying this to create an awareness that you guys are playing with fire. They have a study. What does that study say? This was a 1 year ago study. That by 2020, I think by 2027, 2028, 40% of women in America will be single and childless. That's another way of saying 40% of the women in America will be without a protector. You know what's so messed up about that? If you don't have a partner, when things start to go awry, the higher likelihood of you becoming one of the candidates who loses your home is. It's not going to be the people who have a life partner who are going to be losing their homes. That's not going to be the majority of the cases. Because there's a partnership there. And where that person's pension, I don't know, maybe didn't come, but came later, whatever. His is here. You guys are watching people double team your circumstances. While you're running around here bragging about being a solo dolo, other people are, and I'm going to say this to you guys too. This pertains to the African American community. You know why a lot of African American women are angry and lonely and things like that? We're going to remove the things that have been done to black people. We're going to focus on this. Doing everything by herself? How would you be if you went to work tomorrow and they added the job of 3 other people to your position? It would break you. Women were not called to be up on to be the disciplinarian. They were not called up on to be the person to show up at the PTA, the cook, the cleaner, the protector, the provider. They weren't called. That's a hell of a job for one person. And I, as a man, I understand that. We see the single mom ratio out here, and men acknowledge that's a tough gig right there. So then we also have to say, so why would she put herself in a predicament to have that position alone? That thing breaks people, let alone women. Women are the more fragile creatures, weaker vessels. And you want to be a provider, protector, disciplinarian, and all of that? Well, how do you make time to be the feminine, the classy, the lady? One overpowers the other. One will definitely overpower the other. If you have to become the CEO, that's what you will be. There's no light switch that you can turn off and on. Well, I'm masculine and very domineering when I'm at work, but when it's time to go home, let me click that switch off and go back to my feminine, classy lady. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You guys are setting yourselves up for long-term failure. You guys are setting yourself up for long-term failure. And it would behoove you to listen to the Real Stacey Prince show and get a dose of it, opposed to having to experience it in real life. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. The 5 Ps. Let's go.
Self-love is real, and it does matter. But self-love is not a reason to blow up a 22-year relationship with a good man and 2 children at home. The problem is that feelings come and go. And ladies, we know we get emotional. We feel it today and we're angry. We're angry at 100, and then the next day, you don't even know why.
Listen, These Nuts said, check this out. These Nuts said, if you're independent, it's a hard no for me. And if you have kids, single mother raised, ran through, broke, any ex-work history on social media, so that disqualifies me. Listen, you guys say, men are intimidated by me. No, we're not attracted to independent women. We don't want you. Can't you guys see that? Men are biologically hardwired by God to be used. Look at the dynamic of all of these relationships. Women typically use men. It doesn't have to mean in a bad way. But when you come around talking about, I don't need no man, I'm independent, and da-da-da-da-da, no man's going to sign up for that. It's not going to sign up for it. Because what you're really saying is, you already have a program that you're not willing to compromise about. Who you are and how you are, the program, the regiment that you currently have been living under, you're not willing to compromise with that thing. When in actuality, inside of a relationship, you have to compromise the caliber of lifestyle that you were previously living before you got into this relationship. Because it's not all about you anymore. Now you have to be open to this guy's bad day, or when he's sick and needs to go to the doctor. It's not about you anymore. So that's why I also say that the certain caliber of woman, she should really think. A lot of women aren't good for that. We don't have any nurturing women anymore. Not in mass, right? And I would advise the men, listen, you stop being suckers out there too, just because she's pretty and this and this and that. She's not nurturing. She can't be what you're looking for in a woman, in a wife. And men who get used and abused, I applaud that. Men who get abused and used by women who are transparent, I think NBA players who get random women pregnant, I think those women should be able to take them for like 85% of their entire net worth. I think they should be able to bust them down. We've all experienced or seen on TV the potential outcome of, getting somebody pregnant and having to split some of $150 million. And you do this with a regular bust down, I believe they should be ran through the cheese grater. I don't like it when men are trying to blame women that they got a bad woman. Now, a woman who cheats, that's different, because you can think you have an amazing woman, and a woman has a place inside of her to where she can get very, very deceitful. So a woman can get over on a person, but I'm saying don't be locking in and messing with these women who are very apparent. Like These Nuts said, what'd he say? If you're independent, it's a hard no for me. And if you have kids, single mother raised, ran through. Who told you to mess with a ran through woman? What did you think was going to come out of that? You thought, you know what I am, ran through. But for him, I'm going to get drop dead serious and never touch another man. Her level of thinking, her being ran through is the level of thinking that you're going to have to deal with. It's not going to be the level of thinking of, I'm not doing this anymore. Whatever mentality prompted her to get ran through is not going to be the caliber of mentality that says, I'm going to be faithful to him. Let's go.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay. Meaning, our children, our friends, our, family, but at the
No, you're not focusing on everybody else and making sure they're happy. We all know what the studies say benefit the children more, to be raised in a family dynamic. You weren't thinking about those children when you went out there and did what you did. Now, I'm not getting down on women because men have cheated too and things like that. But I'm saying, just don't be saying you know what I mean. Don't be painting yourselves to be all this nurturing and we are all about we put ourselves last. No, you don't. No, you don't.
End of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and
do you guys know what you're hearing right now? I present to you Exhibit A. Feminist talking points. What's going on, Zeph?
Oh, not much, Mr. Prince. How you doing?
Life is amazing, man. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Over here drinking scotch, watching the Dodgers game, sitting next to the white, you know.
My man's.
So, you know why I'm here? Mod break real quick. There's almost 100 people. There's roughly 100 people in here, and there's no likes flowing. Come on, y'all. Comments are cool. You know, everybody.
He said comments is cool, but
I'm saying they're cool. Like,
no, I feel you.
Being respectful. Everybody's being respectful in the comments. I haven't seen any name calling or none of that. But the likes aren't flowing. There's way too many people in here to be at 15,000 likes.
See,
well, you start tapping.
Here we go.
Here you go.
I swear, Stacy, I'll be trying to be respectful. Look here. Look here, Yoli, whoever the fuck you is. You can get here, take this motherfucking mute, and then you can quit talking to me. Who the fuck is you?
Don't mute her. I was just being a little messy. I ain't been here in a long time.
Oh, it was happening anyway, Nay. Don't worry about it.
Give me my credit. Give me my props. I enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, listen, we got a stranger in the house, people. You understand me? Listen, I let me see. What is today? Today is what? Monday? Oh, so you allowed to be on the phone today?
Shut up.
Listen, we done got one of our day ones and got married, and all of a sudden we ain't heard from her in months. I understand, you know what I mean?
I be trolling here and there. I just been in school and traveling and, doing my thing.
Listen, Nate, I got a question for you. Like, this thing with Tia Mowry, and I know you're not that type of woman, Nate. I know that already. But I want to ask you, Nate, do you understand how it really, have you ever thought about what it does to men as far as us trying to figure something out? Have you ever thought about what it does to men to see somebody like Tia Mowry wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm about to fuck up my whole family. Ooh, see, Nay, men, we think family is a big thing. We do.
Okay.
We don't think that's nothing to play with. Talk to me.
Okay. A lot of us women don't either. I ain't saying all, but a lot of us don't think it's anything to play with either. But I can tell you from experience and from other people within my proximity that I know. I'm not a statistics girl, but you never know what's going on behind them closed doors. Yeah, you hear what they tell you. You don't know what that girl going through or what she ran from or what she trying to get away from.
It wasn't enough for her to put it out there publicly. And then the boy came out and said, I've never cheated on her. And she didn't say he lying. That woman said she graduated. That woman said she graduated.
Mental is worse than cheating. Mental abuse.
You think Corey Hardwick's the type to mentally abuse? I believe Corey Hardwick probably getting mentally abused.
You never know. The dudes that people think, oh, he's a stand-up guy. He's this is that.
Oh, okay. Well, let's stop there. Let's talk about Childs, who found out who was the NBA player. Is not just one of them. Who was the NBA player? ZF. Who? Doug Christie. Let's talk about him. Multi-millionaire finding out children ain't his. It's not just no one isolated incident. Listen, Nay, I want you to answer this, Nay. I want you to answer this. I got you up here. I want you to answer this, Nay. What's enough? What does a woman have to acquire for her to say, I'm satisfied with this here level? I'm satisfied with this right here where I'm at in life. Okay. My husband, relationship-wise. What's enough?
It's very simple. Enough is what y'all seem to not understand. Y'all thinking that, okay, we're protecting her, not mentally, emotionally, or nothing.
I'm a
We're protecting her.
millionaire.
I'm a man. Wait. We're protecting her. I'm the man. I'm providing for her financially, but maybe not mentally, emotionally, and the other things. All women want is really, like, literally love. That's it. And y'all lack that.
Nay, hold on.
It
Nay,
is.
hold on,
And
Nay.
then,
I gotta
like,
ask you.
to
Listen,
build,
Nay. Hold on.
you ask
On
the
a scale of 1 to 10, Nay. Now, listen to me, Nay. Don't just be answering. Listen to me, Nay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how accurate do you think the statement you just made is? Like, how real do you think it is? That
I'm telling you, the girl downstairs, she just said. It's
so
not
why
all
are they
about material.
cheating?
Y'all think because y'all can provide a nice house, you can provide us a good life. We probably don't gotta work or whatever the case may be. We can go to school.
So basically, we got to be
But
your
we don't have a
therapist too.
husband. We don't have a
Basically, we got to be
husband.
your therapist too, right?
No, we don't have a husband. No, we.
Nay,
one of
you
the
know
women
that that's
before-
not all of the cases. We know about
No.
these men who are getting abused.
No, especially like you're talking about independent women. I'm not talking about the ratchets that just want anything. I'm talking about independent women.
We're
that
talking
that
about
can
the
do it
Holly
for
Berries.
themselves.
We're talking about the Holly Berries, the Oprah
and that's what I'm
Winfreys.
telling. If you listen to me for a second, we talking about independent women that all the things that you're providing, she can do for herself. We want things from a man that we can't provide for ourselves. The internal things. It's not about the external things that you provide and all it and the materialistic and all the other kind of crap. It's not about that with a woman that can provide that shit for herself.
Oh, okay, hold on, Zia. Nay, listen, let me
at the top of every woman's list.
give me a second, Zia. Nay, let me ask you this. Let's say this some of what you're saying is true. Nay, listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of women in America would you say that applies to? That's all that they want is love.
85.
I just almost threw this effing computer all the way through this window, man.
80. I'm telling you, that's
These
why,
are
but
nasty,
y'all
despicable
refuse
women.
to
And you're
Y'all
talking about they just want to be loved?
I'm telling you, y'all refuse to listen. You leave
These
with your
men
women,
are
so you
finding
get
out
women.
children aren't theirs. Before
No,
you
you
do
live
that
with
to
your-
me, listen, hold on, Nay. Before you do that to me, if I can't mentally stimulate you, before you do that, leave me.
It's not about mental, it's emotion. It's everything
Before,
else
if I'm not
internally.
providing the emotional support you need, before you lead me on to believe, before you let somebody else nut in you, and then I put myself inside of you on top of his nut, leave me.
Well, you already knew she had somebody else nutting her before you got her. Why you choose her?
I'm talking about if we married. Doug Christie was married.
I don't know about these celebrities. I'm talking about real life.
Why is y'all list so long that we got to provide all that and men, men want four things: respect, food, sex, and silence.
Okay, well, how we gonna respect a man that can't love us properly? Smacks with a guy that don't mind cheating on me, or act like he can't feed me internally. Why are
Okay,
we,
hey, hold on.
what was the
ZF,
other
check
one
this
you
out.
said? Food?
You hear what
Oh,
she
food.
said? He can't feed me
And
internally.
half these men we with, we gotta work. So it's like you want me to be Betty Crocker, you want me to be the maid.
This
you want
has
me to do
been
all
a
this,
two-income
and you want
society
me to
for
go to
50
work and help
years.
you with the bills, and all you gotta do is your one job. That's it. But I gotta do everything else.
So if it's just one job, that means the mental stimulation and emotional support I give you, that means I don't have to be a protector then, since it's only
No,
one
that's
thing.
when you balance each other out as a team.
No,
If
you
I'm
said
gonna-
one
if I'm-
thing. You said one thing.
That is one thing. That's
Okay,
one thing
right.
that y'all
So if
think.
the emotional support is the one thing that I got, then that means I don't have to be a protector and provider then, right?
I'm saying that's how y'all think. That's how y'all think. Y'all think all y'all gotta do is go to work and provide, but the woman's supposed to do all this other stuff and satisfy you and be the woman and be the mom and be the maid and be the cook. I mean everything, and all you gotta do is go to work.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What percentage of women in America would you say, listen to me, Nate, and I'm talking about all over social media, everywhere. What percentage of women in America would you say are wife material? And I'm talking about Proverbs 31 wife material.
Now that after we've been destroyed,
What we've got here
I'd say
is
about
failure to
40%.
communicate.
40%, because the other 60% done been destroyed and they done gave up on y'all, honey.
Why'd you let a man destroy you? You told me. Why did you not? Why did
Because
you?
we
Hold
gave
on,
y'all a
Nate.
chance and
See,
we
listen,
tried.
check this out. Look what Nate told me just a few seconds ago. Well, why you knew she had somebody else nut up in her. Why you mess with her? Okay, then you knew that this was that type of man. Why did you let him destroy you?
No, that's the thing. We don't choose the men we end up with. We don't. We do not.
Bullshit.
The man that
That's
we, with the man we fall in love
crazy.
with. No. The
Nope.
man that we fall in
No,
love
no.
with. The man that we fall in love with is a man he presents. And then we fall for that, and he puts on that mask for a certain amount of time until he gets you
You know
stuck,
what he did for a
and then
living.
he switches up
You
on
can
you
read
or
all
until
the- you can read all
responsibility
the
hits.
gang tattoos on him. Nah, I ain't gonna let you get away with that shit, Nate, because you can see his gang tattoos. You knew what he did for a living. You knew what type
That's
of
what I
person this
said. You
dude
got to
was.
differentiate the ratchet from the women that got
Well,
their
Nay,
stuff
is
together.
it safe to
well,
admit that the
those-
stuff you're
those
up here
men-
saying
those
just
men are
really
having the
isn't
majority
true?
of kids in our community.
Is it safe to
Those
say,
men are
Nay,
having-
that the stuff you're up here saying is just really not true and it's not realistic? Can we agree
It
on that,
is
Nay?
true. It is true. I wish
Nay,
you put a
Nay,
post. If
those
you had,
men are
if you had a, if
those
you
men
had
are
an
having-
unbiased, if
Nay,
you had
you
an
can sit there and
unbiased
try to
page,
you can sit there and try to do this, but those men are having the majority of the kids in this community. The
the
majority.
ratchet ones. Yeah, with the ratchet ones.
Listen to what he's saying. No, it's not just the ratchet women. They have access to. I know the
No, they
caliber.
ratchet
Hold on,
too.
Nay.
They ratchet too.
No,
They shop
no,
for
hold
that
on, Nay. No, I've dated pristine women. There's women who told me, Stacey, I'm glad you changed your life and everything, but I miss me some Big Wood. Talking about the nigga that was in the streets.
Stacey, wasn't it just
But
like
niggas in the
last
streets
week
ain't the only
we was
ones
up
with
here?
big wood.
Hold on, one at a time,
man,
one
I'm
at a
trying to
time.
get to
Hold on.
Stacey, Nay, I'm trying to
Go
get to
ahead,
Stacey.
ZF.
I know you love to dominate
I
the
ain't saying
conversation,
nothing.
but
I'm quiet.
Stacey, wasn't it just last week we was up here and some woman told us that her friend who makes $200,000 an hour was almost ruined her life dating a felon.
That's her fault. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Now,
Okay, so it's your
you
fault too.
purposely- Yeah, you purposely know that. Okay, now that, but a lot of us out here, we not choosing to be baby mamas. We're
Well,
not
how
choosing
do you end up with multiple children by multiple men? Are you educated or are you not? You got losers who barely reading at a functional level are able to trick educated women into the most serious level of life situations multiple times over. Are you the most educated or not? See, you guys play that card when it's convenient
jumping
for
from
you.
education to these
No,
women
no.
back in
Listen, what I'm telling you is you keep talking about they tricking us. Are you the most educated or not? Got losers tricking you.
It ain't got nothing to do with love.
And
anything else.
listen,
When
he
you get a
didn't
woman
trick you.
a man
That
knows
man
when you
went
get a woman
inside
in
of
love
you
with you, it's a
bareback.
wrap.
That man went inside of you raw and you gave it to him on the first night.
Yeah, because
Don't
he
come to us
probably
with that.
promised her a life and all this other kind of stuff. And was
I
proud
met
for
you at the
baby until
club
baby got there
tonight.
and
How
all
I'm
this
gonna
other
promise
kind
you
of
a life? I met you at the club tonight, nigga.
You talking about that small that group of women that are out in the clubs and all of that. I'm
Most
talking
of
about
y'all-
women that got themselves together.
Y'all are the least
You were
married
talking
and got
about
the
you
most
talking about
kids.
women that's looking
Y'all
for
are
a
the least
husband.
married and got the most kids. It's most of y'all. 61% of y'all got kids, and only 27% of y'all married. What are you talking about?
think
it's the few.
Hold on, stop. Hold on, Nate. Stop. I think you're missing what ZF was saying. I think you're really missing it. Now I need you to listen to me. The majority of the children in the black community were created by the 19 to 20% of lower functioning men in the black community. Oh, well, my nigga. Shit, fuck around.
that's why- and
Hold
you know
on,
why-
hold on, Nate, hold on. Here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If there's so many more millions of men other than those men, then that lets you know if those men are the primary producers, those are the men who women find most attractive. I know.
Yeah.
I know how I've gotten to have my way with women when I was out there like that. And it wasn't when I was in church deep.
And those are the ones that wear that mask and ain't shit when they got.
I never had to wear the mask, Nay.
They get you
listen,
stuck, and then they treat you like crap.
Nay, I would tell a
Because they
woman
feel
I'm
like
only
they could
into
do
a
that because
companionship.
They think they the best man you ever had.
But Nay,
And
I'm
they
going
start
to
treating
be
you like
honest with
crap.
you, Nay. You're being immature and childish right now by trying to paint the picture that women just want, the good life, and I just want to be faithful. You're being very childish by even attempting that. We know the women who are out there. They're going on date. They're going on. Listen. Hold on. I'll play it for you. I have a clip right now. It's my top viral clip of a woman talking to. I have a viral clip of a woman talking about. I'm not gonna lie. I had that nigga that all bees want. I messed up a good marriage. Listen, Nay, do you make room for the times that you're abusing very good situations? Do you make room for that? You guys are out here all over social media demonstrating and showing people what you guys are doing out there. You're not even hiding it, Nay. Nay, about 40 years ago, I would have agreed with you.
The ones that are getting married are the ones outside of that little proximity of the women that you're talking
Tagged
about.
up down there, rocking out with us.
1/4 of y'all. 1/4 of y'all are married.
Hold on, give me a second, people. Sam, I am. Sam, I know daggone well you hear me.
Hello, Mr. Prince.
Come and talk to me. There she is. How you been feeling, Sam?
I'm great. How about you?
My whole life is amazing. I'm not going to lie. It's like I don't even know. At this point, I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to see, like, what can't I overcome? I don't even know how life, I don't even think a bad life even exists. This thing is bliss over here, Sam. You feel me?
Absolutely. I love that for you, especially as a black man in this country. I love that for you.
Listen, Sam, now you got to talk to me real. You got to talk to me real, Sam. This the perfect person to have up here, actually. This is actually the perfect person.
Drop down and let y'all handle it because not doing this.
Sam, what percentage of women in America today would you say are wife material?
Less than 5%.
No, Sam is a wife. Sam is wife material. She knows how many people are like her.
I know she is. But I remember when she first came over here, y'all was dragging her through.
No, I've always said Sam. No, I've always said Sam was wife material. Now, I've never taken that from her.
No, you have said that. I'm not saying you're not saying that. I'm saying, but her opinions, y'all didn't agree with them at first when she first came over here.
No, me and Sam still don't see 100% eye to eye. We still don't, but I acknowledge the caliber. I acknowledge that there's not many Sams running around here. We know it. You're not. See, here's the thing, Nay.
But I know a Nay.
Listen, okay, Nay, there's not many Nays running around here. I've been said that.
Oh, Council, I ain't
Nay, they're not lying about what they're doing. They're not even hiding it. You think men want women who are running around here half naked?
They done gave up. They done gave up on it now. By now, I agree with you on that. They have women just gave up and said, basically, freak it.
It ain't no gave up. Women are the villains.
They done gave up. They don't care no more. They ain't looking for no man. They ain't tripping over no man. None of that.
Okay, so why you're all over social media talking about where the good men at?
And it's a lot of them saying they don't want one.
They're saying it, but those same women got posts on their profile saying where the good men at. But listen, Sam.
Wondering, like, is there any? Like, there's none. So they gave up.
No,
like,
there's not none that. No, there's not none like the guys. There aren't any good men like the type that most of you want.
Who gave up, baby? I'm married, Panama, honey.
Listen, there aren't many like the good men like the ones you want. See, y'all need the men. See, you guys want that ninja who got a body up under his belt, will pop that pistol, but he also faithful to you. See, where you guys are failing at in these relationships, your taste buds need changed. What you desire is a combination that's not real. We want him, listen, we want him to be Tupac, but we also want him.
Baby, love me right, treat me right, build together. Let's be in our own little bubble, and I'm good. Because everything outside of that I can do for myself, I can get that from any man. I need something I can only get from you, that I only want from you, that I need from you. That's it. That's all I want.
Hey, Sam.
Yes.
Do you agree that most women, listen, we're not even talking about just black women. And we're not even talking about ghetto women. We're talking about there's a judge that just got caught in her chambers getting stretched out by a cop. She wasn't even trying to be quiet about it. They heard her moaning and stuff through the chambers and stuff. If this thing is real, But Sam, my question to you is this. Do you believe that, you know what I mean when I say the standard man that every woman says that they want? What percentage of women do you think qualify for that Michael B. Jordan that everybody wants? What percentage of women you think qualify for him?
Less than 5%.
And I'm going to tell you why you can listen. I'm going to tell you why you can listen to somebody like Sam. Because she sees through different eyes.
Oh.
Sam still knows what's right and wrong. That's why I'm not going to put her business out there, but that's why Sam don't know what a whole phase is.
You know what she tell you.
I know women. I can hear it in Sam's voice. Sam was never able to lie to me.
Oh, okay.
Woman, listen.
This is TikTok.
This is not TikTok. I've been dealing with Sam for quite a time. You too. Nay, that's how I know that you're not a bust down, Nay. See, you guys like to say things like, and there's a girl who went viral for saying it. If it ain't no baby involved, you got a little body account. Can't nobody prove otherwise. Yes, we can. We can feel it in you. We know what certain behaviors are identified with. If you like to dress overly promiscuous, you've gotten down. You've gotten down.
But some of the classiest women be the biggest 304.
And we know that. That's what I was telling you. It's so tough to where in the black community, it's very difficult for us to tell our hoes from our classy women. Do you disagree with that?
You said it's difficult?
Very difficult. They all dress the same. They all have the same people's hair glued in their head. They all have the same ratchet. Yes, Nay.
No, when I say classy, no, they not wearing the sexy red wigs. They not doing that. Ain't classy. When I say classy, this woman has class about herself. She respects herself.
Hey, tagged up. It's a link down in the thing. I thought I brought tagged up here.
Well, and she got it going on. It ain't no, and she ain't looking for no man with
less than 30%.
But listen, hold on. Let's get to because she's not going. Nay trolls a lot too, so you got to know when to get off of Nay. You got to know when to get off of her. See,
because I go all day, honey.
Listen, Sam.
Different people on here.
My question to you is on a scale of 1 to 10. Now we know the man came out and said, "I've never cheated." She never rebutted. She never said he did anything bad. Now we're sure that the way people was going at Tia Mowry, if it hadn't have been her fault, she probably would have said it. Now, my question to you is on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is what she did?
10 being the worst, correct?
Yes.
I would say, depending on what we know as the public, definitely a 10.
I agree.
Especially because there's children involved.
I agree.
I like the way she said that.
Depending on what we know.
As the public, yes.
She said, I graduated from my marriage, from my family.
Corey Hardwick was such a bad dude that she tried to go back.
I mean, once you see ain't nothing else, I think you might as well go back to your baby daddy.
To your fool. You might as well go back to your fool.
Obviously, it's the way she is, whatever her. I don't know too much about the story. I ain't into celebrities.
I
like
know
that.
you just seen the man just came on this thing and said, I never cheated, and she never said he's lying.
I wasn't here for that. But
okay,
I don't know. She left, and she went back because she probably can't find nobody else out there.
Long tirade about what he could have did, and you don't know. He could have did this. He could have.
I'm just saying, it be the ones that look the part on the outside of that door, but inside that door, they be the worst men ever. But they got the whole country.
But we ain't talking about men. We talking about this man, and you don't know. So why'd you even go down that road?
Nobody knows what he did behind closed doors.
You do this.
We do know she said she graduated.
Scenario shit. No, you always try to put men in some worst case scenario shit to make the woman look good for doing some dumb shit.
No, if she left a good man for no reason, she a dummy. Cause ain't shit out here. But if we like she said, what we know in the public, he ain't did nothing. Yeah, she dumb. But if we don't really know, cause we don't. What goes on behind them closed doors, that man can look beautiful to everybody.
But why do you always have to be trying to find a way to pin it on a man who society is apparently saying is a good guy?
Okay, society says a lot of dudes are good guys, and they
baby. And guess what? And we typically, and when they're not, listen, and when they're not, when they're not we hear about them like we heard about Yada Awakening.
No, you
Their
don't.
skeletons
You don't
come
hear
out of the
about all of
closet.
them. You get people because they don't show their true selves outside of that because they worried about their perception. They only evil to that woman because he can control her. Because he got her. He got her where he want her.
But
he
Sam,
don't act like that in public.
it's time
Baby,
for us to have our conversation, Sam.
The devil is real, honey.
So Sam,
The lower left box.
you know
Yes,
me,
Mr.
you know it's time for us to go back and forth, right?
He said, "Ain't a problem." Baby,
It's time for
I'm a
turbulence.
It's
to
time
push
for
that
turbulence.
button.
You already know what it is.
Ooh, get it? I ain't heard that song.
Now, Sam,
Yes,
you know the value of Sam. You know the value of Sam.
absolutely.
Do you know the value of family?
Yes.
Okay. Sam gets into a relationship, a marriage, you got one kid, been in this thing for 3 years. It very seems like he's going to see you through to the end of life. Is your mindset that if that man slips up and cheats one time that you would leave him?
No.
That's my effing girl.
Well, why?
Hold on, stop, Nay. Stop, Nay. Stop it. Stop, Nay. My thing is this. It's not about me desiring Sam to get done wrong. What I'm saying is we got to start starting and sticking with the things that we start.
I get it, but why should she be the only one in the relationship that values family? Obviously, he
So
don't.
you believe that because a man cheats, he doesn't value the family, even though he's already
No,
got.
he doesn't.
Hold on, Nay, stop it. Even though he's already embedded in his heart, if there was to have to be a choice made that I would give my life for hers, see, that's why I always say, what satisfies y'all?
And you risking it too. Why you out there?
Nay,
sitting
you're
around
going through
right or
extreme
anything?
circumstances. When
No,
people
that's
cheating,
life.
when a person cheats, the odds aren't high that they're coming back and bringing their partner something, Nay.
Bull crap.
It's just possible.
And he don't know what kind of women he messing with. A girl could be crazy.
But
Anything.
why
I
do
don't
you
know.
always?
You
I'm
bringing
not.
all that into your marriage.
You got to go, Nay. Get off. I know what
Peace.
you're doing. You're trolling.
I'll
But listen,
troll
hold
another
on.
2
I'm talking to
months.
Sam. I'm talking to Sam.
I'll troll in another 2 months.
Sam, my girl. Sam.
Yes.
Since the last time we talked, have you seen what's really going on all over the internet and what's really out there and what people are experiencing by, and I want to say this again, Tia Mowry. You had a family, a house that when you got home didn't have an echo in it. Now, my question to you is, do you understand why? And you know me, I don't condone a chronic cheater, somebody he's messed up before, but he just this is a life he lived. I don't condone that at all, and I say leave him. Do you understand why it is worth, if that man cheats, to be willing to deal with the pain on your own? Don't go tell the kids what he did and stuff like that. To deal with the pain on your own and give it all you got to try to get past that event. Do you understand?
The first time, absolutely. Absolutely.
I agree. I can go with what you're saying. As long as I see a woman who is willing to try it the first time, I'm not going to press a 2 and 3 and 4 on. I'm just saying, look at the black community. The black community was decimated off of the opposite conversation we're having. Oh, he did what? Let the doorknob hit him with a good. That is what happened to us.
Okay, so why y'all don't think about the black community before y'all go cheat?
Because we live in an imperfect world. Listen, why do kids get touched? Why do they get mutilated? We live in an imperfect world.
One of your comment cousins down here said, okay, so is it okay for the woman to cheat on the man?
We're not getting into that. Anybody who has to ask that question, they don't deserve to be on this panel. Anybody.
I really hate to sound like a bird because sometimes I remember the first time I heard somebody say this, but men cheating is not the same thing as a woman cheating. I know it sounds so crazy and out of this world. I sound like a pick-me. I sound like a bird. But as women, we can go anywhere. I was going to say the bars or the club. We can go to the grocery store. We can go to Pilates and we will be hit on if like all the time. With a man, you have to be tall. You have to have a third leg, if you know what I mean. You have to be good looking. You have to have money. If you have all 4 of those things, I think the other thing was maybe you're famous or something. But if you have all 5 of those things, then your chances are better. And this
Bull
is
crap. The
backed
way these
up. No, but
women,
here's the thing, and that's what I'm saying. What I just said could definitely be from an opinion based, but it is statistically okay. You sound like a smart woman. You probably have your own business. So from a statistical perspective, there are more virgin men in the world than there are
Yes.
virgin women. Meaning that somebody that you nay, and you look at someone and be like, oh, she not better than me. I'm not saying you're that type of woman, but there are still men who will still be intimate with a woman who you don't think is a 10 or a 9 or a 7.
oh yeah,
You
that's
switch
getting
that
back.
thing around. If that man is not a 10 or a 9 or a 7 or have money or have a third leg, if you know what I mean, no one's checking for him. So the idea of there's a lot of women
You're
out there
thinking
who
about
are
the access portion.
Listen,
of it.
hold
I'm
on,
thinking
no,
about
hold
the
on, hold on.
portion of it, period.
Listen, even
It's
how
cheating is cheating.
no, it's not. Listen, even a woman's ex. Okay, if cheating is cheating, then how come a woman's ability to bond can be destroyed with very few sexual partners? Tell me.
I'm talking about within their relationship. Cheating
I'm
is
no,
cheating.
I'm talking about
He
the
cheat
act.
on
No,
you,
stop.
you
Hold
cheat on
on,
him,
stop.
both of y'all
I'm
wrong,
talking about
period.
the act. If cheating is cheating, how come a woman sleeping with 50 men doesn't affect a man who doesn't have the same effect as a man who sleeps with 50 women?
That's just because we built different. But
So
as
it's
far
different,
as
Nay.
this as far as cheating itself is cheating. Cheating
Okay,
is
hold on,
cheating.
hold on.
Why are you gonna
You're
cheat on
talking
somebody
about
you love?
morally.
Why you
Stop
gonna
it.
mess
Nay,
up your
stop it.
family?
Don't make
Why
me
risky?
mute you. Listen, you're talking about from a moral standpoint. I'm talking about from a physical and psychological standpoint. Do you agree with this? Listen, Sam, let me ask you this. Do you agree, Sam, that a woman can have sex with 50 men and may never return from that point?
yes.
She can be broken. And with 50 men, listen, at 25, it's just probably over. Her ability to attach and bond. This isn't Stacey Prince talking. This is science. Past 5 to 10 sexual partners, a woman's ability to bond with her mate decreases all the way down to 20%
Yeah, but
from 100.
y'all pushing the goalpost. We're just talking about cheating in itself.
You know I'm not
A
gonna
man
let. Yeah,
cheats
you
on a
know I'm not
woman,
gonna let you troll
that's
it. You know I'm
fine.
not. You know I'm not gonna let you troll up here, right?
No, but a man cheating on a woman, that's fine. She's supposed to forgive him. But she cheat on him.
We didn't say she's
Just
supposed to forgive him. I'm telling you what's likely to happen if she doesn't.
She a good woman if she do. She a good woman if she do because she holding on to her family for dear life.
No, she's a good woman
But
because
he
she
don't
has.
value the family that much. He don't value the
All right.
family. He don't value you.
All right,
that
you
much.
got
He don't
anything
value
else,
the family
Nay?
that much.
You got anything else?
I see you in 2
Ah,
months.
yeah,
Bye.
all
Be
right,
nice.
all right. I wish I would keep on talking to Nay. She's just up here trolling. Listen, to those of you who don't understand that there is a significant difference in a woman, well, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Everybody, give me a thumbs up if you think that there's a significant difference in when a man. No, let's forget about cheating. Give me a thumbs up if you think there's a significant difference in a woman being touched by 25 men and a man being touched by touching 25 women. If you believe, give me a thumbs up if you believe it's worse when a woman sleeps with 25 people than when a man sleeps with 25 people. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if I'm wrong. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You're getting invaded. Your mind, body, and soul. And Lord forbid you're messing with some of these Negroes who really know how to put it down. Blowing it out. You don't easily recover from that. Look at all of those thumbs ups down there. People aren't crazy. That's why you have to know how far to go with Nay. Because Nay will even borderline say stuff that we all know better than just to troll. But listen, Sam, I'm going to ask you one more question. The reason that me and you have always had these conversations is because me as a man, I understand what's out there. I understand the concept of it's better to deal with the devil you know than the devil you're going to have to find out about. And from your understanding, when women are leaving these relationships, when they get back out there on the dating market, are things getting better for them?
No, they're not.
Gets worse, 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 and worse. And we don't understand why people can't see it, Sam. We don't. That's what the whole beginning of this show was talking about. Like, we're not often seeing the grass really turn out to be greener on the other side. We're not often seeing that. Do you know of any instances?
No, not in regards to jumping from one relationship to another, but I would say possibly not being in a relationship at all. I know that's contrary to, your belief system, but possibly not being in a relationship, specifically because of where we are in society, to think that you're going to go out into the wild and find this amazing person.
Do you think, does Sam believe that that's the way it's supposed to be by myself?
No, I don't think so. Unless, whatever God you believe in has called you to be, whatever, not single for the rest of your life, whatever that is.
Okay, so is it safe to say that when we are operating like that, at a single capacity, intentionally, that we are operating at somewhat of a broken capacity, outside of our natural intended function? And if you don't know the answer to that question, let's ask it a better way. Does life tend to prosper and progress better when you have a mate than it does when you don't?
I think from an abstract
I'm not talking
perspective-
about any crazy where he was whooping somebody and all of that.
No, definitely not. From an abstract perspective, I would say life does not tend to get better, but that's also not what the numbers say, though.
What do you mean?
There are statistics and analysis that say that women who are not married live longer. And men who are married do live longer.
Where are those stats at?
I just saw something from 2019 from the Huffington Post, I believe that was, if you consider them to be reputable at all.
A newspaper? Nope. No, I don't go by no newspaper. I'm talking about I want research. I want data. But listen, my question is this. What is your faith?
Me?
Yes.
My
ma'am.
religious faith?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a Christian woman.
Do you believe that God knows everything?
Yes.
Do you believe that he knows more than the Huffington Post?
Yes.
How did he say we were supposed to be function? As singles or as pairs?
Well, scripture actually talks very highly about people who are single. So I would say
Hold
a
on,
little
give
bit
it.
of
Hold on,
both.
give it to me. Give it to me. Hold on. What do you mean talks highly? Do you mean it talks highly as in him saying that's what I desire for you to be single, or because even with Noah's Ark, he paired up two animals of every kind.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But Paul's teaching, it talks about how he would actually encourage people to.
No, he's
if he was
talking
up to
about
it,
if
he
your
talks
lust
about-
is consuming you. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm saying about being single. He said, I would wish that all of you would be single.
That opposed to burn is what he was talking about. He was talking about getting caught up in your lust.
No, that's saying he would want you to get married if you're burning with lust. I'm talking about when he's talking to single people who are not married.
Oh, no, you're talking, was that Paul? Because I know that there's a scripture that it refers to, I thought that was Jesus talking. There's a scripture where it says that when a man becomes consumed with a woman becomes consumed with a man, that's what their focus becomes. Is that what you're talking about?
Part of it, yeah.
But for the most part, what is Jesus's what is God's teaching?
Two are better than one.
No. Why was a woman even created?
To be a helpmate for her man, partner, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean that kind of kills that, depending on who you agree with, who you don't. You got any questions?
No, I do not.
All right. If you have some, let me know. I'll bring you back up.
Okay.
All right.
All of a sudden, there's this awakening.
What felt like an awakening in 2022 looked very different by 2024. When she was posting and deleting content about emotionally immature men playing games with her, she said on her own reality show, being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. That's a quote. That's not freedom talking, that's regret, lady. But the decision to leave was only the first mistake. What she did next made everything worse. After the divorce, Tia launched a full reality show documenting her single life, her dating attempts, and her emotional struggles. She put all of it out there.
You guys don't believe that that's crazy? This woman flamed up an entire family because of a feeling that came over her. Let's go.
Here's the thing about doing your healing publicly. The internet does not give you grace. Every deleted post gets screenshotted. Every stumble gets replayed. She posted about an emotional, immature man playing games with her, then deleted it. She hinted at a new man with a photo of 2 pairs of feet. Fans zoomed in on his shoes. They posted about being single in all caps in July, then said she was in love by March. That back and forth doesn't read as a woman healing. It reads as a woman who is unsettled.
But here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how come you guys don't know how rough and tough life can get in the later years of your life, when our immune systems break down, when we become more vulnerable to life itself. It's almost like people today don't have any visions of what older people look like anymore. Like, I saw it. I saw aunties and stuff who were 80 and 85 years old. When you trip and fall in the house at 20, it's different when you trip and fall in the house at 70. When you get COVID at 20, it's different when you get COVID at 70. And yet, you guys, even in the later years, at 40 and 50, because those are considered later years for a woman, 40 and on up, are allowing your lusts and your actual drives to compel you to blow up a family so that you can get back out there.
Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang.
Are you crazy? You seriously don't know how the later years, how much more vulnerable the later years of your life will be when we face America's toughest times? Or are you one of the ones who believe we're not going to face any America's toughest times? And this is a conversation that I typically have with people too. I think that Americans are so spoiled to where we really have come to a place where we don't believe nothing's going to happen. We don't believe anything's going to happen in America. We think, well, it's been good so far. We don't think that anything is going to happen in America. Rome fell. And America's going to fall. America is going to experience high-level calamities. We're going to experience civil unrest. We're going to experience war. It's going to be a digital war. One thing that I can appreciate is out here in LA, like when things are kind of tight and tough in America, you see it and you feel it in LA. They probably see it and feel it in New York too. Like major cities, you see it and you feel it. Like COVID here was different from COVID in the Midwest. And it's when you heard women on social media talking about how bad they want a man. You think women weren't scared and things like that in the midst of something we've never really seen before? But guess what women weren't as scared? The women who had a companion, a confidant, protector. We don't get it. We don't get it.
Performing certainty she doesn't have. And high-value men are watching. The inconsistency, the deleted posts, the public processing, it tells them everything they need to know. When you put your mess on the internet, while it's still a mess, you don't get sympathy. You get a permanent record.
I promise.
And we all know on these platforms, people can be very unkind. And speaking of what comes next, let's talk about what Tia and women like her actually find on the other side of a good marriage.
Let's talk about it.
One of the biggest myths sold to women who leave their marriages is that desirable men are waiting for them on the other side. Tia is 47 years old. She has 2 kids, a public divorce, a reality show, and years of visible emotional turbulence. And 3 years passed before she quietly mentioned being in love with someone she won't even name publicly.
I hate when this stuff happens because it makes me feel like I've made a mistake. I don't want to be alone, So when I'm going through these challenges, sometimes you want to go back.
A lot of times, the only thing that we can equivalent it to or compare it to, what we see, is childlike behavior. You didn't wreck your car. You didn't catch a flat tire. You didn't borrow some money and not pay back. You blew up a family. I'm curious to know. I wish we had some type of device where we could measure emotions. Like, I would like to know what the heightened level of emotion circulating through her was that morning she came to that conclusion and said, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, what was going on in there? And this is why we tell you women should not be presidents or in positions of power that affect significant numbers of people. I want to do something. I want to start a little trouble. Turbulence, people. Give me a thumbs up if you think women should be in positions of power that affect large groups of people, like presidents and things like that. Give me a thumbs down if you think women should not be in high-level positions of power that affect large groups of people. Look, Polo couldn't even wait till I got done speaking. Council said no. Hell no. Give me a thumbs up if you believe that women should be in high positions of power that affect large groups of people, like presidents or anything like that. Give me a thumbs down if you disagree. I agree with what everybody's saying. If you will blow up your family, the hell else will you do if you gain access to decisions that affect large groups of people's lives? You blew up your family. The hell will you do to us? Woodboy said they are too emotional. It's a very generalized statement? I didn't think so. Hey, people on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get up there. Let's get those likes up on YouTube. God dang it. Did I really do that? Let's get those likes up, YouTube. We have not had a show supporter except for one. Let's get us a show supporter going, people. Brief intermission. You guys know what it is. If you rock with the content, you rock with the show, hit us the Cash App, The Real Stacey Prince, at the bottom of the screen. Or else burn us up with a super chat. You know what it is. Been up here for 2 hours, people. We need somebody to sponsor the show, and we'll get back to the show. You already know what it is. It's the hottest show online, people. We don't have show supporters at 2 o'clock mark. We tend to end the show early. Gotta maintain the value of the show. He said we would go down in flames. I agree. I agree, Wood Boy. Let's go, people. We're our show supporters so we can get back to the show. Let's keep this thing going. Just let the show play on out.
The only person that I ever loved in my life was my ex.
The quality men, the ones who are stable, grounded, and intentional, are not rushing toward a woman with public chaos attached to her name. They can see the pattern. Men who are worth something don't sit in the wreckage. They rebuild. And the woman who thought leaving.
Hey, I like this right here. Shout out to Footsie over here. I missed the super chat from earlier. Footsie said she didn't graduate from her marriage. She dropped out. Fact. Tried to make it sound like something positive. No, you flunked out.
The answer is still waiting for her answer to show up. Meanwhile, Corey showed up to the BET Awards in an all-white suit with his son by his side and told reporters, everything is fantastic. Same divorce, very different outcomes. The men worth having are paying attention to how a woman handles herself. And a woman who publicly dismantled a good marriage and then publicly fell apart.
I want women to know this too. We do pay attention and even ask questions about what happened in your last relationship. Why would I, if you blew up a 20-year marriage, why would I ever allow myself to fall in love with you or take you very, very serious? You blew up a 20-year marriage. I probably better look at this thing for like a good time only.
Is not the woman those men are choosing first. The cautionary tale isn't that Tia Mowry is a bad person. Is that she believed leaving a good man would lead to something better. And the receipts are public for all of us to see. If this video resonated with you, please like it, share it, and leave a thoughtful comment below. And if you want to see the video clips related to this topic that I referenced, the links are in the description of this video. I'm Deborah, and this is Family Still Matters.
Families, listen to what the name of her show is. Family Still Matters. What do we have if we don't have families? Right? What do we have if we don't have families? Can you even have a community without families? Which is why the black community is so vulnerable to everything. Everything that happens in America hits the black community harder than it hits every other community because we operate on individualism, right? When something like COVID comes along and it hits us, it picks us off on an individual level. When every other group of people, their entire community stands up and pokes their chests out, and it has to hit the entire community as one. And they lend each other their resources, right? In the black community, it's not what it is because we don't have families. All right, we're going to go ahead and end the show early, people. You guys know if we don't hit our $50 a night mark, we go ahead and get up out of here. But I appreciate you guys rocking out with us. I'm going to wait for a couple of minutes. If any of you got questions or disagreements, you can come on up. If you have questions or disagreements, you can come on up. Dang, I meant to get tagged up here. I need tagged up's email. Canadian Bro TV in this situation. All right, people, I appreciate you guys rocking out with us, setting it off today. You already know what it is. Make sure that you pay attention. Listen, those of you who have not yet subscribed to the channel, if you don't know, you probably already know by now, Hottest Show Online. Subscribe to the show so you'll get alerts when we go live every day, right? And make sure you stay on the watch out for clips that we drop every day from our hottest shows. And with that said, people, if we are nothing else, we are out of here.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
Never talk to me like that again. You hear me? Huh? Say good night to the bad guy. Say good night to the bad guy. Say good night to the bad guy. Bang, 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 daddy, bang, 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 daddy, bang. Dead man walking. Get over here. She belongs to the street.
My doctor has notified me that I'm going to see abuse.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. You realize that? You should be medicated.
What kind of stupid-ass question is that?
Can't believe you say no funky shit like that.
Shout out to DB supporting the show. I appreciate the love. For the love the show keeps educating and motivating all. You know what it is.
Many have wondered why Satan was played by a woman in The Passion of the Christ.
Next time you hear grown folks talking, shut the fuck up, yeah? Goodbye.
It's an evil world we live in.
Resist the unclean spirit.
Get behind me, Satan. Prince of Lies! Return to the depths of dirt!